What's going on, guys? It's Corey, aka Atomic, bringing you guys another YouTube video. As you can see today, I'm going to be taking a look at the Valheim game. I've been playing this for a little while now. I have about like 50 hours clocked on one character. This is my second character that I started up with a buddy of mine, so that's why you see two beds in here. But basically, I just want to go over like a kind of like a beginner tips and tricks kind of guide. I'm going to be talking about like 3 things in this video, which is going to be your tools and weapons, and then I'm going to be talking about base and location, where you should build your base and where it should be located. And also I'm going to be talking about food sources and what food sources are good early on for you to get the best out of your like health that you get when you eat the food. So starting up, we're going to be talking about the tools. So once you first spawn in over at the altar there, it'll have these 4 little stone things with a circular stone there. You'll spawn in at the altar, and what I decided to do was build my base kind of close to the water. We'll get into more of that when I talk about base building, but for now, this is your workbench. And without the workbench, what you can do is you can build a stone axe, a club, a hammer, and a torch. And what you want to do first is probably build the stone axe and the hammer, as the stone axe will give you wood. And when you first spawn in, you don't have any weapons, and to get wood you just have to punch these little like trees. I don't know if I can find some of them. Yeah, these ones right here. These little like thin shrub tree things that really don't take a lot of damage from your fist, but once you knock it down, it gives you like 2 or 3 wood depending on it. Anyways, once you get enough wood, you can build an axe and a wood hammer and all that. And then after you get the hammer, once you get the hammer, you'll get a bunch of building recipes that you can start doing. And the first thing you want to do with your build recipe is build the workbench. And once you get the workbench going, you'll be able to build a base like this. And also the workbench will unlock some other things like some leather clothes for more armor and some other tools and some better variants of the tools that you have now. Just better tools overall. Once you unlock the recipes from picking up the certain materials. To access the workbench menu like this, it will need to have a roof. So you can build like a little shack or something over it, or do what I did here. This will work. Once you have the workbench down, you'll have access to new and improved tools. You can also repair the items for free. And you can also upgrade the tools as well. The hammer, I don't really upgrade a whole lot. It just increases its durability, I'm pretty sure. But other than that, the hammer really isn't one of my focuses. The things you should be focusing on early on in the game, I can't stress this enough, is a shield. Yes, it does decrease your movement speed, but trust me, when you get that 35 block power from level 3, and it only takes, I think, leather scraps and wood to upgrade this. So I would definitely worry about that. And then the flint axe, I would also really invest into the flint axe. The only reason why I say the flint axe early on is because the club might be kind of hard to get, as you need to defeat skeletons or find bone fragments in the Black Forest. So it's very hard to get the club early on, upgraded at least. So I would definitely just focus on the flint axe and the shield as far as weapons and defense goes. And then the bow will help you out. You could just leave this at level 1 because you do get a better bow when you get the not long after this, once you get the fine wood unlocked. But other than that, that's pretty much the workbench, and that's the 3 items I would definitely worry about, other than obviously getting the leather armor. And so now we're going to be talking about our second topic here, which is our base building. Like I said, you want to have your base close to the water, because eventually you will need to be sailing around the map to find other places to, definitely to get to Bone Mass, which is the 3rd boss. So you'll definitely be wanting to do that. As you can see in the right-hand corner, I have a rested buff for the from being inside of my building here. And basically the way to get it is by your comfort level. So your comfort level, the higher it is, the higher your buff, like the more time you have on your buff. So with the comfort level, you get it from furniture and like rugs, and also this fireplace here gives you one. So right now I'm at a 5, and I think it's because I don't think you can stack them, but the reason why I have it like this is so that way, no matter where I am in this building, I'll have a comfort level of 5. Once you get chairs and stuff unlocked from getting fine wood, you'll get you'll be able to increase your comfort level by like another 2 levels, I think it is. So yeah, and then as you can see, I have the fireplace inside, so that way you can use your bed, because you need the fire to sleep in the bed, which I think is kind of weird. But so you can just, it has to be placed in dirt, so you have to place the fireplace like this without a floor piece, and then you have to vent the fire as well with like a little chimney, as you can see what I did here on the outside. So that way the smoke doesn't sit inside your house and do damage to you. And you will need some sort of roof as well to protect the fire from going out during the rainstorms. Something like this will do fine. It should be enough to vent the fire, so that's pretty nice. As far as anything else with the base, you get these chests early on, and I would just recommend building a couple of them. They don't have to be set on the floor like this. You can build like a little, like 1x1 kind of like floor thing, and just build like a shelf above it if you want, and set it on that if you want, if you don't want it on the floor or anything like that. So yeah, this is pretty much the little base that I built. As you can see, I have a place set up for the forge already. These protective walls are pretty nice, just because you don't want enemies like coming into your base when you're trying to like do something, attacking stuff. Because anything outside of your base, if there's not a wall around it or a fence, the enemies at night will break it, and it's just honestly kind of an inconvenience. So I would recommend keeping most stuff inside base if you can. So now I'm going to be talking about the 3rd item, or the 3rd topic I wanted to talk about, which is the food and other resources like that give you health, basically. So as you can see in the lower left, you have a health bar there, and then you also have the like the boss buff that you get from defeating the boss, which we will talk about in a later video. So I just wanted to finish this video up talking about the food. The main food items, the 2 that I recommend getting early on, is the raw meat that you can cook, and the neck tails from the neck lizards. The raw meat you get from boars and deer, which there's a deer over there, and then there's a boar somewhere over there from what I've seen. And they give you like 1 to 2 meat depending on difficulty of the enemy. Sometimes there's like 1-star or 2-star boars or deer, which are really nice to encounter. They will have a second, well, the boars will have a second video that we'll be talking about later on. But as like a 3rd source of food, you can either find the berries, which there is raspberries and blueberries in the Black Forest, or you can get the honey, which the honey you can get from beehives. And to find the beehives, they're usually on like pre-built structures in the map, You can just shoot the beehive with an arrow and it knocks the beehive down, and then you can just collect the queen bee. And it just takes a queen bee and I think some wood to build the beehives at your base. And it produces like 1 honey a day, so when you have multiple of them set up, you get like 5 honey a day, which is really nice. Honey is pretty good early on to give you like health regen, because it gives you 5 HP per tick. So that's really good. The raspberries aren't really as good as the honey, but they're just a food source for early on. There is a way to plant and garden food, but we will be talking about that later once we get that tool unlocked. But as far as food goes, my tips are to just get the necktails and the raw meat early on, and then you'll have like a significant health bar. Like right now with the honey, you'll have like at least 100 HP with just the necktail and the raw meat by itself. I think it's really like 90, but so yeah, that's really how you get a super high health bar. And then as you unlock more recipes, it'll give you more health down the line. But we will talk more about that when we get there. So yeah, guys, if you guys like the video, leave a like and subscribe, and comment what you think I missed or what you think I got right, or if you guys like the game so far, or really anything. I mean, I'll respond to it. So yeah, if you guys like these videos, leave a like and subscribe and want to see more of it too. That, let me know. I'll make some more videos on this game if you guys want to. And I appreciate you guys' support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.